Apparently, I'm mean. Apparently, I'm a very rude sister. Brr, 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 brr. The meanest sibling. Brr, 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 brr. Because I didn't want to. Because, okay, I don't know if y'all have heard about the whole Avatar: The Last Airbender thing. The movie. Well, I have a. I see that I. Oh, I gotta talk to the wizard. I see that I have a fishing rod. So I'm assuming I was fishing. Um, whatchamacallit, and I'm assuming everyone's heard about the Avatar: The Last Airbender and all that thing, but basically Paramount made a movie because they own the rights, if I'm correctly. So they made a movie. They instead of making and so it was made for cinema, and instead of being like, yeah, we're gonna release it on this day in the cinemas, they're like, you know what, sucks to suck, and we're gonna make it so that you can only get it on Paramount Plus. And so then people obviously upset about that. It's even though like the creators were upset about it because they made it for movie. And then oh, I can already enter his house. Thank you. Moolah. Um More money for the receipts. More skulls for the skull throne. Blood for the blood god. And so someone, don't know who, apparently had leaked it. I don't know where the leak is. There's a leak in the boat. Whatchamacallit, and so people are making like edits, and so the only edits I've gotten is people thirsting over their childhood crushes that are now age appropriate. Those are the only edits I've gotten. People being badass is another version of the edits, and then like angsty Katara Ang slash angsty like what do you call it, Airbender s stuff and all that. Those are the only real edits I've gotten. So I know nothing about what's going on in this movie. And so oh, I thought it's because I was rude to her apparently. Clint, okay. I guess no fishing. I have oars to pick up apparently. Wait, what? Gold. Wait, can I? Wait, just move my mic. Can I even get? No, I can't even get gold ore. Clint, you bitch. I can't even get gold ores. I forgot I don't even know. Where's the... Okay, so we haven't even done anything for the boiler room, so we don't have the... Where am I fishing? Where am I going to fish? I don't think I fished in the ocean yet. What's it? And so then I was like telling Kayla this. I never actually thought about it until someone pointed... And so I never, oh, of course I don't have a pick, no? A hoe on me. Doesn't matter. What do you call it? So I never really thought about this until someone like pointed it out on TikTok, being like, also realizing that they know nothing about whatever is going on with the movie. And so I was just like, yeah, I've never actually thought about it. And so I tell Kayla about this, and Kayla's just like, wait, I know what's going on with the movie. And then tries to explain it to me, and I'm like, uh-huh. And then, so she's like, wait, let me show you my genius. And wants to show me the edits that she, like, figured out what the plot of the movie is based on from, like, the thirst and angst traps that she's gotten. She's pieced together what, like, the movie is about, in her opinion. Allegedly, in Minecraft. So I'm obviously not going to give any spoilers because who knows if it's even right. So yeah, so I'm like, no, I'm good. And then so she's like, how dare you not want to listen to my genius? I am the smartest person alive for figuring out the angst and thirst edits, and you do not want to see my genius. But yeah, so apparently I'm very mean for this. I'm very rude. I am. I am. And you do the same thing when I'm like, hey Kayla, what about this? And you're like, no, you're breaking up on me. I listen to your Christian hyperfixation.
It's not a hyperfixation.
Uh-huh. Tell me more, Miss. I did funerals for all of Carly's dolls, dead. What do you call it? The action figure dolls and all that broke. So we held funerals for them, and you read from the prayer book.
I was using my bobbies to act at the church service. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
hyperfixation. I did the same thing with reenacting scenes from movies.
Hyperfixation.
It is a hyperfixation, guys. You're willing to write a thesis paper on it. It's a
I
hyperfixation.
wrote 2 thesis papers on
She wrote two. I'm sorry, the audacity of me.
it, and I'm working on a third.
And now we're working. Kayla, don't be so ambitious. I got it's a what's the name joke, and I'll maybe when we move, I'll get into it. But right now, it's a joke for where we're at right now. So it'll stay an inside joke until the drama has moved, or he's less of a drama. Let's go. So I realized what because it was like I think it was the week the family days. No, it was the weekend. It was last week. No. It was one of the Mondays. I think it was number 12. I think it was co-op 12 when I was doing the cleanup. And it was whenever the cleanup video was. Guys, I can't keep track. I can barely keep track of what I had for lunch. And that was literally 5 minutes ago. What'd you get?
Mine is Money Monthly.
Oh. She got a book. She got Mining Monthly. And I'm thinking she's dead or something. And she's like, no, it's mine. You can't have it. They're precious. Whatchamacallit, and so then I was like, after it was only after I edited it, and so we did that one and I think it's number 13, whichever one had the flower dance like right after each other. So obviously I couldn't go back and go check what I did. Else then, like I take whatever free time Kayla has, professionally and all that, seeing that she has a job. I am currently jobless. I maidenless, jobless, what do you call it? And so I was like, you know what, I'll figure it out. And I figured it out. It was the mass lit thing. And all that. It was, I literally wrote it on my hand when I realized what that was. I was like, okay, I must remember. And then it's one I was like thinking about like, okay, so we've talked about like what were we talking about in the previous like videos? Because we filmed them a lot of those like in a batch before the high holy holidays, and all as I talked about in I think it's number 12. I think it's number 12. It's the cleanup video, whichever number that is. And so that while she's free between the free time, and then so that I was talking about, like, I did the baby mask killer, I did mask lit, and then so I realized I was trying so hard to stay on the topic of the video that I was already talking about, and all that I completely forgot that topic. So I remember now. Whatchamacallit, because I try my best to remember what I was doing before I start a video, but sometimes I need to like look at the breadcrumbs that I left in my inventory to remind myself. So yeah, so in South Africa, I don't know other countries if you guys do this too. I'm only assume whenever I say things, they're from a South African perspective slash as a, like a netizen. I think that's the word when you're like when you're looking at stuff on the internet, and as someone who's chronically online to a certain degree, I do go touch grass. I am thinking of picking up like some carpentry related stuff, and because I have big brain ideas, and and the sanity, the audacity, the ADHD audacity to like want to what's near, and we have a lot of like carpentry tools because someone in our family was a carpenter. Who? Our mother's father was a carpenter. I always get them. And also taught our dad like carpentry and stuff. So he like gave dad a lot of like all of his carpentry stuff. So I told my dad that like, okay, go look in the garage for everything that you have doubles are, and then you gotta label them for me too, so that I'm not like using the wrong tool for something. Because I have big brain plot points for what I want to do, and when I actually do make them, I'll post like pictures of them. Which I am now posting on TikTok now. That's basically the same. You're not missing really anything. Those of you who watch me on YouTube, and it's the same things that I post on like YouTube, the YouTube Shorts, and all. I just decided that like, oh, then maybe as well, seeing that I'm posting them for Shorts, might as well post on like TikTok. So then I'll cross post it, and also then at least cool, cross post it. So then at least like more people can see what I'm up to, what I'm doing. and maybe they're interested enough to want to watch my long form and all that. So that's why shorts and like TikTok I'm not as like eh, with and all that, if that makes any sense. Like because I talk too much to be a short to only do short form. And all that's why I like doing the snippets, that's why I like doing the bites and all the little appetizers of everything. Because it's I can't condense myself into any short form related things other than to grab at things or to put me on like whatever rants I'm going on 2 times. So that's just I perform better as a long form. But yeah, so as I'm talking about South Africa and all that, I'm hoping you guys find me educational on this on South African education. I know at least I'm teaching you guys, I guess. My students. Should I start with hey my students instead of hey my guys? So in South Africa, you with maths, you get two versions of maths when you hit high school.
Grade 10.
So when you're in high school and up until further, it's FET, so it's further. I'll get rid of you. I've run out of space now. So I believe it's FET, further educational training. Because for us, another an extra tidbit into that is, uh, hi. I believe it's grade 10. The like legally you can drop out at like grade 10 or something, isn't it? Yeah, because some of my
You
classmates
can't get work.
you can't get work.
Mm. You can't get good work. Good work requires a matric pass.
Okay. Well, legally you can drop out at grade 10 and all or end of grade 9 and all let's go with that. And also legally you can, but obviously not recommended. And all that I'll get into that as well because I have like classmates who also dropped and all that out. I still have no idea why they decided to do that, but okay.
Some people
Oh,
just choose to do night school.
yeah, we I knew that they were still going to school because they're going to night school, but they went into night school for as long as I was in high school still. So I don't see the point, but whatever. So once you hit FET, so that's grade 10. So we have our school is from grade R all the way to grade 12 and all that is what how we label things. So it's grade R, grade 1, and that's when primary school starts. Some primary schools do have a grade R attached. When I was like in grade 3 or something, 3 or 4, that's when they got a grade R at my primary school. Some school, it all depends on the primary school. But primary school is grade 1 to 7. Typically, it's grade 1 to 7. And then high school is from grade 8 to 12. And then, so 1 to 9 are going to be around the same subjects and all its subject types. And all it says like math, English, whatever your second additional is. Wait, no. Whatever your first additional is. Some schools might have a second additional. And all that. It's one of those things where it's all going to be relatively the same. Some schools will condense things like primary school, it's NS and technology. Oh, it's NS and technology. And then in high school, natural sciences and technology are two different subjects. And all of that makes any sense to anyone. And then so grade 10 to 12, that's when we start picking. I know I spoke about it in a different video. I think it was one of my yapping videos. I think I spoke about where grade to I think it was one of my general experiences with like university. I know that's when I spoke about it. Queen Souls. Um, omelette. Um, I just went back into my house when I was zooming out. Oh, shoot the cat.
I left it yesterday.
I love. Okay. I'll go check the lady. Whatchamacallit, so then grade 10, you pick your subjects. And also, 1 to 9, you have no choice to do those subjects. And all in grade 8, let's say grade 7, going on grade 8, so the between period when you're applying to your high school and all that, you go, oh, I want to do Afrikaans, I want to do whichever like first additional they offer. So I know some schools like I know there was the one that offered Portuguese, wasn't it? There was a girl from our high school that
Yeah, it was an extracurricular one at
okay, that was extracurricular. It wasn't official.
No, it was official. Sorry, it was official. Because she lived in Portugal for like 9 years, so she didn't speak Afrikaans.
Okay. So yeah, some schools, more likely it's the Lonnie schools that will do like let's go with like the non-official South African languages. Because we have the 11 official languages. I've spoken about it, I think, in the singing video. I've spoken about it. We have 11 official languages. English is one of them. I can't remember. Is this
We all have 12 because we've got sign language.
Okay, I was literally about to ask you, does sign language count as one of them? So it's 11 to 12. It depends on if sign language officially is counted. Okay, so they have a maple bar, jelly, a spaghetti, miner's treat, red cabbage, red mullet, caviar, sunflower, radish seeds.
How much is the red cabbage?
1,000?
No, never mind. Let's get those. We need to buy seeds for tomorrow anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I'll fish.
There's a herring's quest for you.
Okay, you must go through all the fish in the chest, because I just put, out of fear of selling something I shouldn't be selling, I just put them all in, like, the chests. So you must just go through the fish. I didn't even think about selling the fish. Just check what we have, like, extras of, / what we don't, what we,
I want to get a non-stop fish.
Oh, all my fish were starred, I think. I could be wrong. But yeah, they're spread around all the chests, the various chests. Because I did the thing, and then so some Okay. She'll collect recipe things in the second year. So yeah, typically it's the 11 official languages. Our high school was you either picked Afrikaans or it was Zulu. And I spoke about that again in my, one of the videos, one of my yappenings. And then when it comes to maths as well, hey, come back here. When it comes to maths, you pick which type, when you hit grade 12, well, technically in grade 9, I'm not gonna have any hearts with this man, because I keep thinking, oh, he's far enough away. He was not, in fact, far enough away. So it's one of those things, so you can pick maths, pure or maths lit. Those are like the proper things. Maths pure, mathematics pure, pure maths, depending on
mathematics and math literacy.
Mathematics and maths literacy. I think our high school just called it maths pure and maths lit, right?
Yeah, those are the correct terms.
The correct terms are mathematics straight up, and then maths lit. And then so, Kayla, you did mathematics. What's mathematics about again?
It's the trigonometry, geometry, algebra, calculus.
It's all the hard stuff. Let's go with that.
Basically every kind of math. Basically every kind of math.
So yeah, so mathematics is all like the hard stuff. Trigonometry, geometry. I don't know how much you could hear of Kayla, but it's all like the harder versions of maths. And a lot. Herring's a sea fish, right? Yeah. Just checking. And then maths lit, and all is like everyday. I always just said it as like everyday maths, and all like taxes, VAT. It's word. A lot of it's also word problem. That's what the literacy is. A lot of it is like word problem. So it's like if Jimmy bought like 20 apples, he gave them to Susie, Sipo, and Schlanchla, and all that. She gave them like 5 each. How many out? It's one of those kind of things. But then they make it like more like, oh, if you factor in this, and then if you factor in that, and then it's like area, volume, all that kind of thing. So it's everyday maths, and all. That's why I always called it. It's manageable. As my high school math lit teacher liked to say, shout out Mrs. Govender. I feel like I keep shouting, because in the last video as well with the yapping and all that, I was like, oh, shout out to my to Mrs. Govender, because it's basically like saying like shout out John Smith and all that, because it is a common surname for us. And also, if it feels too completely Mrs. Govender's. Yeah, because white people couldn't speak the language. What do you call it? Because I think I wouldn't have done as well in maths lit if it wasn't for her. Shout out, ma'am. I miss you dearly. You were my favorite teacher. Why did you abandon us? We had her she was my home teacher for grade 10, and then grade 11 and 12 she wasn't, and I'm still so sad. But yeah, when it came to maths lit, we started off the year. So, when it comes to like picking your subjects, you got like the first like month or two to figure out whether or not you're going to stay in those subjects, because you can like drop to a different one within the first month or two. I think with every year you're allowed a chance at it, or at the very least for the math kids you were allowed a chance of it. But I know there were some girls that I was good on that timing. I swear I was good on that timing. Maybe I wasn't. Um, whatchamacall, at least, or the very least for the mathematics. And a reminder, I went to an old girls' school, so that's why I'm saying the girls. I don't, because maybe some people's genders have changed, samesies. But like, this is just the generalized girls.
It's rude now that they can wear pants.
Yeah, apparently we discovered when going to visit home that now with the new principal that she's I'm assuming allowing people to wear like pants now. Before it was just skirts and only the Muslim girls could wear pants underneath their skirts. But now they can officially just wear like pants. It looks like actual pants. And I'm so salty about that too. Because you know I would have loved to wear pants, you guys. But maybe it's because this principal didn't steal from anyone.
Who said that?
Who said that? Allegedly, in Minecraft. I'll get into that. But yeah, let me just continue with the mathematics. So with math, so math lit is obviously the easier math, but you can't do if you're doing math lit, at the very least with our high school, because some high schools were different. With our high school, you couldn't do accounting, physics. It's just accounting and physics, was it? You couldn't do accounting and physics with math lit. You had to do math pure. Some schools, I know for only at the very least for accounting, you could do math lit because a lot of the accounting stuff we did in math lit, and obviously it wasn't as like difficult or as like as big a deal on the accounting like theory of it all, but we did do maths. We did end up doing like accounting related stuff in math lit, which is why we all thought it was so stupid. But yeah, my first year we started in grade 10, and we started off with like one math lit class. But as the year, I think they ended up needing even a second teacher because of how many girls ended up needing to drop to math lit, and that's even with like the with like our pulse rate being like 30%. But like I got like no what's I understand why, because I've seen their papers. I understand why maths pure girls were crying, and I understand them having their grades being like that because maths pure was scary. It's a scary what's the name? As a maths lit person, do maths lit. Unless you're planning to go into like for physics and all, unless you're planning to go into like doctor or something like that. But if you're just doing like a silly or engineering and all, I wonder if the HED kids or such
Had to take maths.
call it. So like the unless you're going to something that you absolutely need maths pure, or if you're doing something that that's you're doing a subject that requires maths pure, don't do it. Don't do it. Just do maths lit. As a teacher, as someone who just went to teaching, maths lit is all the way. But also, you have to with maths lit have a good reading comprehension. Have a highlighter, have a reading comprehension. I would not have survived a lot of my papers without a highlighter, because you were allowed to write on your papers as much as you wanted, and at the very least for us, we were allowed to write as your even on the side of the page. You were allowed to do whatever working out you wanted to do. You were given like scratch paper too, and I'll do whatever you needed to do to break it down. What I did was I'd literally take my highlighter and just like highlight over things to break it down, different color highlighters, or I'd take my pen or pencil and then just scratch into like, okay, this is, and then put brackets around things like, oh, we're talking about like this person has this bracketed with square brackets. This person does that bracketed with curly with what's the name brackets. Highlight whatever you got to do to pause. That's all that matters. I think. Okay, let me go get my hoe. Because I don't know, these could be artifacts. I swear if they're books. If I go there and get, did I finish the herring thing? Ugh. Suck, Lily. Maybe I'll try it again tomorrow. What do you call it? Maybe I'll try again when I come back with my hoe. Whatchamacallit. And so, because it's just, mass pure is not worth it. And all that. But I love my friends very dearly. They, because the way I learn, that's how I knew I was going to go into teaching. Because the way I learn is I teach other people the stuff. And also, my friend who dropped into Mass Lit, and I tutored like so many of my friends who dropped into Mass Lit because I was sort of like, guys, I want to study. Change. Yeah, well, they did like they what the mass pure girls were above us, above the on the level above us, so that's why.
Really?
That's how I kind of remember it. Okay, they changed. They didn't drop, and to me it kind of just sounds the same thing. Which cool it changed. Because it ended because mass pure is just hard, my guys. It's too much. It's too many letters, too many equations. Yeah, Kayla did it, and she's a
I know
priest.
how I passed.
Oh, you know how you pause.
My matric teacher was very enthusiastic. I don't know how I passed 10 and 11. It was the grace of God.
Yeah, her teacher was very enthusiastic, so she was able to. That's what I think I really loved Miss Governor, and all it is that she made sure that, and I learned well as well from from repetition, and also she'd give me pulse papers. And all the amount of when she saw I was finished, she just started handing me pulse papers to do, and that was the best thing ever. I spoke about it as well when I talked about I know it was in one of my yapping videos. I know it wasn't one of the ones with you. It was in one of my yapping videos where the difference in my grade for geography in grade 8 versus grade 9, huh? Oh, is Ellie snoring? Our dog is snoring by us. Whatchamacallit, I don't even know if you'll be able to get it. And even if I put my mic near her, she's gonna wake up. She's one of those types. The minute I move, I breathe wrong, and she's like, "What's going on? Who's attacking?" Whatchamacallit. But yeah, so it's Maslit and all that. My future, my fellow South Africans and all that. Do Maslit unless you absolutely need it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the tears or the drama with the like. Ignore your parents. Highlight wherever you gotta highlight, and all that. I'll give like in one of my yappings. I'll give like a tips and tricks and all that video, and I'll do like a tips and tricks maybe for whatever I got to pause. Let me see. I think something went up. I think my fishing went up. But yeah, you did sell things. Oh yeah, I was right. My fishing went up. You can make a bee house. Bees. The bees. But yeah, I'll continue on in the next video. What do you call it? I'm hoping you guys are learning about the South African education system. For those of you who are not South African, I saw the analytics, and I only some of you are South African. I think some of you are from the European side, some are from the American side. But yeah, I'm hoping you guys are learning a lot, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.